Congratulations, Marvel and Disney, on your attempt to create controversy. All you've managed is 90% of the internet making fun of you. I wasn't angry when I heard this. I just doubled over with laughter. The avalanche of fake outrage stories is going to be great content, so I thank you for that. Padme Amidala is going to be the female Thor. Gender aside, you seriously expect Natalie Portman to be taken seriously as a superhero. Good luck with that. At least we still have Chris Hemsworth for this film, so there's one good thing, perhaps the only good thing. Today we're going to take a look at two articles, one from the awesome Bounding Into Comics, and the other from the joke of the internet, the Mary Sue. Natalie Portman to reprise her role as Jane Foster Thor in Thor, Goddess of Thunder. There's a new female Thor. As Disney awaited responses it could pick through to show how misogynistic its soon-to-be former straight white male fans are, her name is Jane Foster, as the entire world fell over laughing in unison. Kevin Feige, on Saturday, during Marvel's San Diego Comic-Con panel in H-Hall, partly made the announcement. The Thor series will have an upcoming fourth film titled Thor: Love and Thunder. This was the title that Taika Waititi was announced to have taken up while putting the live-action Akira film on the back burner. Bringing Natalie Portman on stage during the announcement, she picked up Thor's hammer saying, "I've always had a little hammer envy." Oh dear, that could be taken so many ways. You said that on purpose, didn't you? Again, people aren't laughing with you, they're laughing at you. This film will take from Jason Aaron's Mighty Thor comic series. Remember everyone? That series that was so successful and broke all sorts of records. That's a joke, by the way. My haters don't seem to understand jokes, which depicts the female Thor, Jane Foster. Director Taika Waititi was also in the Hall H presentation, stating that the fourth film of the Thor franchise is inspired by this take. Best of luck with that, as the MCU continues its descent into becoming a complete laughingstock. That goodwill you have from Endgame will only go so far. Idiots! We figured that there would be a fourth film given the success of Thor Ragnarok, notably a film Portman was not present for. She was briefly mentioned during a comedic scene in the film. However, we didn't expect they would adapt this comic book storyline in the films and get Portman back to reprise the role. That's understandable. When Ragnarok appeared, the MCU hadn't gone off the deep end with wokeness yet. Please check out Bounding Into Comics for a non-woke take on entertainment, something which seems quite rare these days. Now, let's check in with Chelsea Steiner from the never-biased Mary Sue for some hilarity. The king of New Asgard is looking for her queen. After 23 films and over a decade of content, 22 of those films being good, then there's that other one. Marvel is giving us an LGBTQ plus hero in the MCU. One comes to the question, will this be a well-rounded hero, or will her LGBTQ status be the central and probably only focus? I think we can already answer that. CEO Kevin Feige, who seems to have decided to start doing drugs near the end of Phase 3, announced that Valkyrie, played by Tessa Thompson, remember her? That wonderfully charming actress that managed to single-handedly tank Men in Black International, would be canonically queer in the upcoming Thor: Love and Thunder. It's an exciting development. Oh, it's exciting alright, for channel content, especially after a queer scene featuring Valkyrie in Thor Ragnarok was left on the cutting room floor. I would have preferred it if all her scenes had been left on the cutting room floor. Thompson, who herself is openly bisexual, has long championed the character's bisexuality. Despite the attempted creation of fake outrage by the shill media, we don't care what her sexuality is. But why does it need to be a main focus, you morons? There are other things to life other than one's sexuality. 2019 seems to have forgotten about that. During the epic Marvel Hall H panel, she told the audience that Valkyrie, who was named King of New Asgard by Thor in the final moments of Avengers Endgame, has set her sights on finding a partner. As the new king, she needs to find her queen. Good lord, that will be the first order of business. She has some ideas. Keep you posted. Yes, that's exactly what MCU's young fans want. Who cares about all that exciting action? They'd rather have Thor, Matchmaker Edition. Feige confirmed the character's queerness after the panel, saying, "The answer is yes. How that impacts the story remains to be seen with that level of representation you'll see across our films, not just Thor 4. It's all about representation, folks. A franchise that was built on the backs of straight white males now seeks to have as few straight white males as possible. It's an obviously exciting development for queer fans. Do you even acknowledge the existence of your other fans anymore, who have longed to see them themselves portrayed in the MCU. My dog likes the MCU. Can we have more dog representation? Lexi the Husky is feeling left out. It's been a long and frustrating road. Oh, the unending agendas are indeed frustrating, as Marvel has had many close calls with LGBTQ characters. Wow, Chelsea Steiner, you may want to be careful with your wording there. There was the disappointing Valkyrie omission in Ragnarok, as well as a scene in Black Panther that nobody cares about. Yes, again, cut out the action sequences. Good lord! Finally, there was a brief moment in Avengers Endgame when director Joe Russo played a gay member of Steve Rogers' post-snap trauma support group. Again, are you people even capable of thinking about anything else? The scene featured Russo's character talking on about going on a date with another man, only for the date to end in tears after they both discussed losing loved ones in the snap. It's a film scene, but the Russos and Marvel made a huge deal out of it, congratulating themselves. The Hollywood mission these days, for the barest minimum of representation in a way that turned off a lot of fans. Again, these people will never be happy no matter what you do. Why didn't they just make that a central plot line? I'm sure it wouldn't have clashed with the other plot lines at all. In addition to Valkyrie, Feige also confirmed that the Eternals would have a queer character. Who cares about examining any other aspects of the film? Mary Sue? This is the only thing that matters. It was previously reported that Marvel was casting a gay Asian male lead, though the role has yet to be cast and no announcements were made regarding the character at SDCC. Representation, yo! It's only about representation. With Phase 4 now unveiled, we're looking at a more diverse and inclusive MCU than we've ever seen before. It's a Comic-Con miracle. Just send those dirty, straight white males out to pasture, and then accuse them all of being racist, homophobic, and misogynistic. What do you think of Valkyrie as the first LGBTQ hero? How about, what do we think about the plans for the film, which seems somewhat questionable? And more importantly, who should be her queen? Jane Foster? Captain Marvel? Goodbye, MCU! Someone we haven't met yet? Let us know in the comments. Yes, everyone, tell me what you think in the comments. I wonder who will be the first to call me various words. And that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe, and make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube is deleting subscribers, and follow me on Twitter. And as always, everyone, thank you for watching, and have a great day.